What's going on, guys? Matt with MotoWorks here. I'm excited for this one because I get to introduce you guys to the next project and my newest addition in the MotoWorks garage. Now, because I got this, it means that a couple bikes are going away. So the ZX14, unfortunately, and it is bittersweet, but the ZX14 has to go. Same with the Goldwing. I just want more room in the garage, and I think this bike here is a perfect combination of these two bikes here. So I wanted something, I still wanted to go fast, I still want the sportiness because I love the speed, the power of the ZX14, just that ability to go as fast as you want just by twisting your wrist in any gear. And the other part of me is getting a little bit older. So I do like the Goldwing for the fact that it is upright riding position. It has places to store, tons of stuff because it has saddlebags. So I wanted to get something that was in between these two bikes. And let's introduce you to the new project to the channel. And here it is. This is our next project on the channel. Well, my new bike, the Ninja, is gone. Shed a tear for it. It rode off into the sunset under new ownership. It's not gone from the channel. I'm sure there'll be some things that I have to do to it service-wise coming up, but it's gone from the garage, and in its place is this, which is a 2018 Kawasaki Ninja H2 SX SE. Now, H2, because it has that oh so beautiful supercharger. SX, because of these bad boys right here. Well, not only these bad boys right here, but it is a sport touring bike. So unlike the ZX14, which was pretty much an outright sport bike, a missile, a comfortable missile, albeit, but ZX14 was built for one purpose, whereas this is built for multiple purposes. Now, it is the SE model, meaning that it is the special edition model. Now, typically on Kawasaki bikes, what I've found is when they have an SE model, it just means it's a different color or a special color, which this is no exception. You can only get the SE in this color. The base model is a black and gray, and so yeah, it is a special color, but you get so much more than that with the SE. For starters, the instrument cluster is different. Like the base model H2 had the same style instrument cluster as my ZX14, just an LCD screen, which perfectly visible. You could see it. Does all the functions that you need it to do as far as displaying mile per hour and any other information you could see on that LCD screen. The SE has a TFT display, which is basically like an old school cell phone. You know, I'm from the era of the Nokia phone. That's the best way I can compare it. An old Nokia phone compared to an iPhone. You know, the screen differences are that drastic. So TFT display. The SE also has a quick shifter for shifting up, and it also has an auto blip for downshifts as well. So pretty much you start out in first gear, get it going, and then you can just quick shift up and then auto blip down. So that should make it a little bit more enjoyable and not having to squeeze that clutch in and out, especially on spirited rides. So that should be nice for that. Cruise control, heated grips, cornering lights. I'm sure there's other things that I'm forgetting. Taller windshield on the SE, and I'm sure there's other things that I'm forgetting, but those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. And it's just, launch control. This has launch control. This also has 3 different power modes. You have full power, medium power, low power, and I can go over all those details in another video, but this thing is, spending the extra money on the SE, you got a lot more bike over the base model. So it actually was an improvement to get the SE in this particular case. So I've been looking for an H2 SX for quite some time, and I always thought I just wanted the SX until I started to do a little bit more research on the SE, and it just offers so much more in terms of tech, in terms of, look at this paint job. I love this paint job. It's got a ton of flake in it. I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera under these lights, but as soon as you get it out into the sunshine, man, this thing just sparkles like a little jewel. So it's a really nice paint job. It's definitely a different direction than I had with my all flat black ZX14, but again, it's Kawasaki, so you got to represent that Kawasaki green. Now, I did get this with the saddlebags, which that was difficult to find one of these with saddlebags in the SE, with the color matching saddlebags, I should say. The only thing they aren't is they don't use the same key, which I'm going to see if there's a way that I can key the bag locks to the ignition key. I think there is, because this isn't a special key, which I was kind of bummed about. It doesn't come with a special laser cut key. It's just a normal everyday key. So I don't know. I thought special bike it would have a special key or no key, but it's just got a standard old key, and it is what it is. But this bike here, I plan on taking this and doing everything on this that I did on the ZX14 and then some. So that means we are going to take it to a dyno at some point to see what power this produces. Now, from what I've been told, the modifications done to this bike so far is there is a Sprint P08 F185 air filter in this bike. It has ZX10 headers on it with a kind of a hodgepodge exhaust system, you know, from the header back. So I've got to do some fitment there to make the exhaust fit with the bag. It's actually on here loosely right now, so I have to do some modifying to make that work so I can put the bags on, because I plan on taking this to the drag strip and drag racing it with the bags on, because I would love to go 9 seconds in the quarter mile with the saddlebags on. That would be awesome. Now you may be saying to yourself, how do you plan on doing such a feat? Well, I got a couple tricks up my sleeve. There's a couple of modifications we're going to be doing to the bike in hopes that we can hit that 9-second quarter mile. So that's the bike. We might go to the drag strip first, or we might go to the dyno first. I'm not quite sure yet. The real test is how fast it goes through the quarter mile and how quick I can go down the quarter mile. My hope is that it at least matches that of my ZX14, but this is supposed to have in the neighborhood of 40 more horsepower than what my ZX14 has. Doesn't have quite as much of torque, but horsepower, it absolutely should decimate the ZX14 as far as horsepower is concerned. The only problem with that is trying to master that horsepower off the line, which I struggled greatly with on my ZX14. So we'll have to see how that goes in a future video. But in the next upload, guys, we are going to start working on this thing and getting this thing ready to go. So I hope you're as excited as I am to get this project rolling and to see what we can make this thing do. But until next video, guys, I'm Matt. This is Motorworks. Thanks for checking the video out, guys. We'll see you in the next upload.